Good morning and welcome to my channel. I am the tenacious darling. Today I'm going to talk to you about my tips for better mental health. I have a mental disorder known as borderline personality disorder, and that has a lot of issues with it that make it hard for me to function on a day-to-day. And I have some tips and tricks that I do to help me function better with my mental health in public situations, personal situations, daily situations. And I wanted to share with you what some of those were. I have my handy dandy little composition book here to help me through that. So the number one thing that I have that I find has helped me a lot since I started working towards my mental health goals is have a wake up and go to bed routine. So I try to go to bed every night at the same time, and I try to wake up every day at the same time. That doesn't always happen because I do have a physical ailment as well, and sometimes I'm just really exhausted and I just need some extra sleep. So with my wake up and go to bed routine, that also comes with a lot of personal hygiene. So my wake up routine is I take out my night guard, I brush my night guard, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I put on a all-purpose skin cream, and I have tea or I have my breakfast, and that's kind of my wake-up routine. Some mornings I will have yoga and meditation before my wake-up, and some mornings I'll have it after. But my wake-up routine is always wake up, see the kitties, go inside, wash my face, brush my teeth, take out my night guard, and continue from there. And then I'll check my phone, I'll have my tea, I'll have my breakfast, and I'll go from there. My bedtime routine is a little bit different. My bedtime routine is an hour before bed. I have no screen time, so that's no tablets, no phones, no computer, no TV, no nothing. And I'll interact with my cats, or I'll read a non-stimulating book, and I will go from there. I sometimes do yoga, sometimes I'll do meditation. It depends on what my day was. And I'll use that time to wind down and kind of go to sleep. And before I even have my wind down time, I've put my night guard in, I've brushed my teeth, I've washed my face, and I've put on my night cream, and I go from there. So I find that's really important because that's kind of the foundation of how you start your day and how you go to bed. So if you go to bed with a clear conscious mind and you wake up with a clear conscious mind, it kind of goes with how your day is going to go. And no matter if you're having a bad day or a good day, it's important to kind of keep that routine. It gives you a sense of security and safety. And without it, I would feel kind of like my world was collapsing in on me. So for me, it's helped me exponentially. I can't even begin to describe how much it's helped me. My second tip is avoid any stimulants. So this is caffeine, sugar, energy drinks, chocolate, alcohol, drugs, and etc. I don't have any caffeine. All my tea is caffeine free. I limit my sugar completely. The only sugars I have on a regular basis is agave, and that's in baking, or coconut cane sugar, again in baking, or if I'm making iced tea. Other than that, I'm having stevia every day. So I'm not having caffeine, I'm not having sugar, and I'm not having any stimulants. And that's helped bring my anxiety way, way down. Before, my anxiety was really high. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have high anxiety days. It means that I'm able to process my anxiety a lot easier. I can go and do my breathing exercise. I can do my DBT worksheets. I can actually think about it. Whereas before, because I had all this stuff going on in my head, plus I was having the stimulants, I just couldn't function. Another thing I find really helped me is diet and exercise. So I had to revamp my diet because there's lots of foods that were making me sick physically because of my physical ailment. So I've become vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free. There's another one in there, but I can't. Oh, and soy-free. So I have none of that. Yeah, I still get lots of food. Yes, I have a really healthy diet. I've done my macros. I've done my micros. I know what I'm doing with that. I also exercise every day, so I'm doing yoga or I'm doing outdoor time. I try to do both. Some days that's not always possible because sometimes I have to do a lot more work because I live on a farm. I have to do a lot more work on the farm, and it just doesn't make any sense for me to be doing a high energy yoga where I'll do a low energy yoga with just stretching. So it's important to have outdoor time. I found since I started doing the outdoor time, even if it's a rainy day, I put on my rain gear and I go for a walk. Even if it's a bad day, it's changed my mental health so much more. I'm seeing people. I used to isolate myself. I see that other people's lives are going on. I see the animals. I see the trees. It's connecting me with nature more, and I'm feeling a lot more complete. Whereas before, I always felt like the world was caving in on me. I thought I was going to die young, that there was nothing important. So that really helped change me, and I've been doing this for the last few months, and it's really working for me. It's nicer when it's sunny out and you feel like you can actually go outside, but when it's kind of rainy, it's still important to push yourself to get some outside time, even if it's just going to check your mail. 4 is to have a budget. A lot of my anxiety has to do with money, and because I'm not living within my budget or within my means, or I don't have money, it's important to live within your budget and to work with it as much as possible. If it means going on the dole and getting help from the government, then you go on the dole and get help from the government. Don't think that you're not worth it, because you're worth having a life that's comfortable. You're worth being able to afford food. You're worth it to afford a place to live, power, electricity. Like, these are all important things, and these are all part of your ability to function as a normal human being, or not a normal, but function as a better mental health human being. If you're worrying about money all the time, you can't expect to take care of yourself, and you can't expect to keep your job, because eventually it's going to wear on you to the point where you're going to have a breakdown. Number 5 is having a set laundry day. Today is my laundry day. I actually had to pause my laundry so I could do this video. But having a set laundry day has completely changed how I feel. And not only do I have clean clothes and the clothes I want to wear every day, I also make sure I have clean sheets. So my skin has gotten better. I'm not feeling gross and itchy all the time. My dry skin is getting better. I feel like happier and more revitalized knowing that I'm doing my laundry every week on the same day. Helps me plan things, and actually helps me make sure I have a set day. Since I started doing my laundry once a week on Thursdays, which I don't have a lot of laundry because I do rewear like pants and shirts and stuff. Just because if they're not dirty, I don't see a reason to clean them. You can at least get 2 to 3 wears out of them. Since I started doing my once a week laundry day, I actually started cleaning that day too, and making sure my house was clean, because if I waited till Thursday to clean everything, it would take forever. But on Thursdays, I do my dusting and I do my vacuuming and I do a quick tidy. Every day I do a little bit of a tidy, and that really helps. But having a set, specifically laundry day, if you're dealing with depression, even if you're not cleaning your house, just do your laundry. Literally wash it and fold it. That's it. Don't do anything else that day, just do that. And I think you'll start to feel more secure how you're feeling, because you'll be able to wear clothes that you actually feel comfortable in, and you'll start to feel cleaning. Personal hygiene with depression is the most important thing. When I get depressed, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to clean, don't want to wash my face, I don't want to brush my teeth, and I feel miserable. I don't eat, I don't do anything. But when I started to build my ladder and having that laundry day, I know that today is my laundry day. My friends know that that day is my laundry day. If someone has to help me out, get out of bed and help me do my laundry, then they help me do my laundry. Which sets me into number 6, identifying your supports, whether it's friends, family, TV shows, or YouTubers. It's important to have at least 5 human supports, and then as many other supports as you can. So when I'm triggered, I watch a show called Puff and Rock. It calms me down. It makes me really calm. And one of my favorite YouTubers is Simon and Martina. They make me really happy. They have a channel called Eat Your Sushi. It was originally Eat Your Kimchi, and they talk a lot about their relationship and living in Japan. It's really great. And my favorite video, I'll actually link it below, is called is how she deals with her chronic pain. She talks about building a ladder, and I think that's really important for anyone with mental illness or anything with a daily struggle. But for me, I have 5 supports, and they're all friends, and I've noticed that my family isn't a support, so I actually don't talk to them about mental health and physical health. But my friends that I have for my supports, I have 5, because you don't want to wear out one person. So if I only told my partner everything, it'd wear him out, and then I'd have no one to talk to, and it'd make my mental health feel worse. With all 5 of them, everyone can deal with it in a different way. If this person's triggered, I still have these 4 people. If these 2 people are triggered, I still have these 3 people. And ideally, you have someone to talk about for anything, and the ability that I can respect person A and their wishes makes me have a better mental health. Number 7 is identifying triggers, and this is super important. If picking is a trigger for you and it becomes an obsessive thing where you have to pick and you have to do this, try to stop that. Don't watch pimple popping videos. Don't try to get things busy with your hands. I'm trying to make sure that I'm knitting or doing something, because I will overgroom my nails, I'll overgroom my face, I'll pick at my hair, I'll pick at my partner, and it's just not good, and it starts bringing out these other triggers. If a person is triggering, try to limit their time with them and never have yourself one-on-one. For example, my parents are really triggering for me, so I always bring a person with me just to have that third party and to kind of reduce that thing. If a situation is triggering, like going to the mall, try to go on days when it's not busy. Try to go first thing in the morning or last thing in the evening. Do it when it's not going to be busy and not during peak hours, and try to adjust your schedule to that. Know that your mental health is worth it, and don't feel like you're being an inconvenience just because you're trying to do it to your mental health. You're valid and you're important. Number 8 is having a mental health plan. Now, I have a big giant binder, and I'm not going to show you my binder, but I'm going to show you my 2 books that are part of my mental health plan. Mine is my DBT skills, because I have borderline personality disorder, and my rap book. So my rap book is identifying triggers, what I'm like when I'm well, what I'm like when I'm not well, who I want in the hospital, medications I like, medications I dislike. My DBT is kind of breaking down some of the things, my bad habits, and there are a lot of them. But I get these free through where I live. I am part of a mental health program, and it's important that I am. If you're not part of a mental health program, I will have a series of what I do in my rap book, and where to buy a rap book if you want one, and things that you can do that aren't just rap. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about DBT. It's, as you can tell, that was the first book of 2, and it's huge. And that's part of my mental health plan. And sometimes having a mental health plan is having people to come over when you're triggered, or calling someone when it's time to go to the hospital, or medications that you're on, or even having someone help you go out and get groceries when you're having a bad day. 9 is live somewhere safe and within your means. So what I mean with that is somewhere you feel comfortable and you feel secure. So if that's living with a friend or living with a family member, by all means do it. And by within your means, do it. Try to find a place within your budget. Try to do a place where it's within your pay. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that means having to live with roommates. Sometimes that means living in alternative situations. I live on a farm with 2 other families, and I live in a travel trailer. It's a nice travel trailer, don't get me wrong, but it's within my means. I couldn't afford rent for where I live. It's really expensive. The average rent for about 900 square feet is $1,500, and in the surrounding area, it's not better. If I go north, it's $1,500 for about 600 square feet, and if I go south, it's $1,500 for about 1,000 square feet, but then I have to drive 45 minutes to any job or any mental health institution that I need help with. So try to live in a place where you feel safe, secure, and within your means. I know it's hard, and I know there's lots of places that it's not affordable, but even if you have to pay a little bit extra to live somewhere safe for a smaller room, then a smaller place, then that's what I would say, go for it. Or even living in a community housing. No one should feel ashamed to have to get help. We all need help at some point in our life. If we didn't need help, we wouldn't be human. And then number 10 is the most important one. It's finding ways to have fun for free, i.e. going to the park, going to a self-defense class that's free and put on by your community, going to a community party or a block party, going on to take-off days. Those are usually free. Go window shopping, something that makes you happy, something that's not going to trigger you, and something that gets you outside, gets you moving, and gets you interacting with the community. I can't stress this enough. On days where I'm really, really bad, part of my building a ladder is making sure to go out now, whether it's just walking down my block or even going to the city and enjoying just sitting somewhere, getting the cheapest tea I can get, and just watching people live. So I hope this has helped you exponentially. I know it helps me. Writing things down also helps me, but everyone's different. If yours is blogging, or doing art, I don't want to, presume. For me, it's writing things down. I look forward to making a whole mental health series as well as a diet series and my physical ailment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay strong and keep on fighting.